My older child, Bryce, was in second grade, and we were finding the regular school, though it's a great school district, loved the teachers, it just wasn't offering enough. They didn't offer any history and science, two of his great loves. And we were looking around and found the online curriculum we ended up using, and we're really impressed by the ability we have to go in depth, or if the kids get it, we can get the concept and move on to something that they do need a little more time with. We both believe very strongly in the public school system, and we felt that that was something we were very hesitant to leave, and so the ability to have the online school and still be part of a public school system is priceless.
Each curriculum sent out to the students is completely individualized, and that curriculum is challenging enough to allow them to grow. And I think that's the key to helping them to move more quickly and to learn more.
Grass behind the pizza parlor.
Really, their computer time is fairly limited, and it tends to be broken up throughout the day. They're not just staring at a computer screen.
Let's try it. Let's put it on top.
They actually do experiments. They receive things like microscopes and test tubes and get a chance to actually practice the scientific method.
Or is it still just a little bit cloudy?
All right, boys and girls, let's make a circle around.
One of the misconceptions about online public schools is that students are learning from a computer and teachers aren't involved.
I want you to think in your head, have you ever seen something like this in nature before?
Well, nothing could be further from the truth. Teachers are very heavily involved.
Good, I'm calling for a conference. I would like to go over some of the math assignments that you're working on. How do you feel math is going right now? I'm going to get the child through the curriculum so that they know it well. Good, and go ahead and use mental math and see if you can come up with a sum. I'm able to take the time and conference with them one-on-one. I'm able to have online learning sessions with them one-on-one. Can you see how scale drawings could be applied to real life? Oh really, so your uncle is an architect? It was actually brought to my attention by students and parents. Such things as, this is the most I've ever talked to my child's teacher. These are the best experiences my child has had. I feel like my teacher cares about me. Absolutely, you're very welcome.
My son's sixth grade teacher nailed him perfectly on his report card. I looked at him and I said, she has your number. She knows exactly what you're doing and not doing.
A child's education is a partnership between the child, the parent, and the teacher.
And now put the weights in there. Count them as you put them in. The role of a parent in public online school is as a facilitator. I can be used to light objects. Like I'm there to make sure that they have everything they need to do whatever their lesson may be for that day.
More than a kilogram. See, it has 10 squares.
Okay. The range of families that use an online public school varies everything from somebody who hasn't even completed high school to people who have achieved advanced degrees, doctors, lawyers, and everybody in between. It requires one basic thing. It requires that the parent be engaged.
Guys, let's learn about Pierce Mill.
What's a mill?
Online programs allow students the opportunity to go on field trips, to get together in different classes or clubs as well.
Yeah.
I actually wish they'd have a little less socialization. We'd have a little more time at home sometimes, but I think they get plenty of opportunities to, and with a wide, diverse group of people.
I work with a teacher from Arizona, and we bring our students together from across the nation. We discuss science topics. We discuss how it influences their area. We talk about global warming and climate change.
One day, my husband came home for dinner, and we're talking at dinner table about what we'd done. My kids are like, "Oh yeah, we were talking to blah 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 in Arizona, and Susie in California, and this kid in Ohio was telling me all this cool stuff about da 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 da." And my husband looked at me and kind of shook his head and said, "I spent the afternoon talking on a conference call to Alaska, another one to Germany, I believe it was, and I come home and my children are doing the same thing essentially. They're learning online what it took me until business years to start to handle."
I made a switch from traditional public education to online learning because I saw results. I saw the enthusiasm in children's faces. I saw the increase in test scores. I saw families getting actively involved. I saw parents learning while their children were learning. I just saw a blossoming of kids' excitement for education.
I'm very excited as a teacher, you know. I see the good things online public schools can do for children.
I think it's important that we still have that choice and that we exercise that choice. It is still our children's education that they're given the right to have, and yet they are getting an education that's most appropriate for them.
That's what makes our country great, is options. We have the freedom to choose. And to have an additional option can only enhance the quality of public education.
Safety goggles. Check.
59.
She could remember it in her heart so she wouldn't forget it.